here it is again, where you guys made me back the fucking RV out. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, because it was a tricky spot. You guys, Bobby, you go do it. We'll go. And you're like, I'll guide you. And you went out there, and you weren't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention at all.
And I backed it out.
And you backed it out and you ran into a tree and ripped the side of the RV.
No, I didn't rip the side. I ripped the awning. The roll-up awning.
Yes, the awning. That's right. We hadn't even rolled it back up. I think it was still down.
No, it was up, but there was a branch sticking out. See, now I know you're lying about the shampoo, the fucking other thing, and the fucking tube. Because that's not even what happened.
I swear to God.
What happened was I'm backing it up. I'm driving. It's a huge RV.
Yeah.
And I'm backing up. You guys were supposed to be helping me, but you fucking knuckleheads were talking. I looked and you guys were yapping about some bullshit. And I'm like, is my cool? Yeah. And I backed up.
Meanwhile, Frosty's next to me going, you ever look and not recognize your feet? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes. And I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah. So we get back. You come out of the thing. And you're like, what happened? And I go, I'm sure I said something to the effect of, I think there's a branch.
Nope, wasn't you. It was me. It was all on me. This pot I'll own. I was a piece. What happened is I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I got so scared. And this is what I learned through therapy.
That's right.
I got so scared and I got so nervous. I just lashed out at you guys.
Yeah.
I started yelling at you guys on the thing. You should have fucking helped me. You cocksuckers. I didn't want to. And then you go, Bobby, listen, man, just relax. I go, shut the fuck up. You go, don't tell me to shut up. I go, oh, fucking. And I turned Boston, but there was a point where you went, all right, fuck it, dude. I don't care. And you were like, I'll fucking take a beating or I'll give you a beating. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's fucking go. And then something happened where they broke us up. But it was totally my bag. I fucked up.
I'm so glad you say that. Because I always felt in that whole situation. I think what I said to you as I go, Bobby, don't worry, we'll split it. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Like I was like, it's our fault as much as yours. And you were upset.
I was upset because I had no money.
I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know it. Which makes sense.
I just put that together right now. I remember when it happened, I was like, I don't have any money to do this. You guys are going to stick me with this. These guys are going to fuck me. They don't give a fuck. You guys had fucking way more money than me. You were going to... That's when you popped out. You were getting deal after fucking deal.
Yeah.
That I don't even know if that's real. That's what I thought.
No. I definitely was... I just gotten done a TV show and like 2 sitcoms and I had a ton of money and I just thought...
Apparently that everyone... My darkest fears were true.
No. I was doing much better than you at the time. So I also didn't have any perspective of what it was like to be to look at that fucking rip and go, wow, that's 2 weeks on the road. Like I didn't have any or whatever. I don't remember. I don't forget what it was. So then, but you said I'll fucking kill you, and I remember literally saying, all right, either. I think we're going to fight. I remember thinking that. I remember genuinely thinking, I think he's going to beat me up. Yeah. But then I was like, and then Frosty's like, just stop talking to him. I go, no, I think he's going to kill me. And he was like, what do you know? I was like, I guess we're going to fucking fight. I don't.
Yeah, no, dude, it was me, man. I fucking snapped.
And I tried to apologize for like 2 days and you wouldn't accept my apology.
Nah, I did, man.
You did. But like definitely not that first day and then the next day.
Yeah, it was me, dude. It was that Boston fucking bullshit of fuck you guys, you cocksuckers. Oh. And then you said something, but you're that Florida nice guy and that laugh. And I was like, go fuck. And it was thank God that never happened. Number one.
Thank God
we never fought. Number one, because God forbid you fucking just beat the fuck out of me.
That wouldn't have happened.
And then taught me a lesson.
Between the two of our cardiovascular abilities at the time, it would have lasted very short. It would have ended with us laying on the ground next to each other just...
Yeah, but you understand my nightmare is that if we did fight that day and you beat me up and just that laugh standing over me, just... Yeah, dude. Oh, I just have to take it. Just that face. Just on top of me going, you motherfucker.
Just stroking my hair. I'm balding, by the way. I don't want you to think I'm fucking in the hair.
Please, I hope it goes.
It's going.
Well, listen,
I do this stuff I do this stuff called Super Millionaires when I do like TV that fills it.
Does it waterproof?
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
It's waterproof?
The shit grabs onto your hair follicle. You spray. It wasn't.
Why are you pointing at the camera guy?
Because I did it to him one night in London, and then we go out and he goes, "I look fucking like 18. I look awesome. And then we go out and it starts raining, and he's like, "What do I do?" And I was like, "Find cover." But I put it on when I do like TV.
He starts to look like a goth chick.
Yeah, just pouring down, Bella.
Yeah, dude. You hear.
But I look back at that trip fondly. Other than that one hiccup, which I don't, I just go, I think that's the other part about guys is that, especially guys like ourselves, is that never made me not want you to like enjoy watching you on TV or enjoy you listening to you do stand up or anything like that. Like you still end up loving the guy.
That's the growing pains of this business is that you're learning to hang out with. Look, I hung out with guys that I were like me my whole life. You get into comedy, all of a sudden you're hanging out with guys that have nothing to do with you, like you. Norton and Patrice and Billy and I mean all of a sudden I'm hanging with Voss. Who the fuck hangs out with a mumbling Jew? I've never hung up with it. You know what I mean? Then the big black guy from Roxbury, a redhead from Canton, some fucking yapper dude from fucking Florida. I mean, a pedophile from Jersey.
I was in Scotland with Patrice and Voss, and we were living in a hotel. We were living in a house for like 3 days, or for like 30 days. With Louie Schaefer.
Oh my god!
And it was me, Patrice, and Voss, and I was like, I remember sitting in that room going, like, we have nothing. Like, I have nothing in common with these guys. Yeah. Like, what am I? The first day, I was like, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
You know what you have in common? Fucking laughs.
Yes, and then next thing you know, it's like Patrice eating fucking. I remember he was eating blood sausage, just fucking pounds of it. Patrice taught me how to cook an omelet. Voss was just smoking. So how much money you get on those deals? Yeah. How much? Tell me how much about? Just fucking and then Voss is like, want to go golfing? You're like, oh, okay. And then Voss turns into this sweetheart that you find that you end up going, oh, there's the hardcore of the guy. There's like, right after I had my baby, I ran into him and he was like, you had a little girl, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, they're the greatest. You're going to love being a father. Like just real fucking dad shit. Patrice gave me the best advice of my life.
Quit comedy.
You ain't funny. I don't understand what you're doing. He helped me write. One of the first joke I ever had that I thought was a real fucking joke.
Yeah.
I had written a joke I told her on stage in Scotland. It was based on my flight over. I got cut off by the stewardess, and I. At one point, I thought when she was trying to cut me off, I was like, "What if I just took my finger and put it to her lips and we're like, shh, go get me one." And so I told Patrice that, and he was like, "Yeah, it needs to be a man." I said, "What? It needs to be a man. It needs to be a cop." You know, I'm doing a horrible Patrice right now. I go, what? And he goes, when you touch a man's face, you take his power away.
That's funny.
And he reached across the table and started touching my face, and I felt very emasculated. And he goes, see? And I went, yeah. And he goes, it needs to be a cop. And so I started saying, you know what cops hate? When you touch their faces. Gets a big fucking laugh when the cop pulls you over and he comes to the window and goes, you know why I pulled you over? Just take your finger to put his lips and go, shh, and then take off. He'll be on the side of the road for 15 minutes. What the fuck just happened?
I saw you do that joke on TV. Something the other day, I actually
and
saw
I was at
the Improv. They were showing.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that's how you fucking write a joke. I didn't have any fucking jokes at the time. All I knew how to do was make fun of Puerto Ricans. That's all you could do, and that's all I learned how to do in New York.
That's all Puerto Ricans know how to do.
Yeah.
Dude. I remember when you first came to New York. You lived across the street from the Cellar.
Yeah.
And that fucking shithole.
Oh, the fucking hole.
But it was across the street from the Cellar.
And you could, it was the greatest. Swing in. Attell's here. Swing in. Just go sit in the back, watch Attell.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Hedberg. I saw all great comedy that defined what I respect in comedy at the Cellar.
Right.
And then I learned how to do it at the Boston Comedy Club.
Right. And then surprisingly, dude, you went into L.A. and you went on the road actually and became a comic. You went and really
I learned how to stand on stage and handle myself on stage in New York. I used to say the difference is and then I learned how to write jokes in LA. Like I learned how to. Do you remember when we first came out to LA and I remember sitting in the back with you and you're like, all this clever shit, it fucking loses me. Yeah. Like everyone's fucking up there being clever. Like tell a fucking joke. I don't need to know the math works on it.
Yeah.
And the difference is LA is like working out in a crunch. for a magazine shoot. You want your abs to look good. You want your pecs to look good. You want it all to be symmetrical. Your legs will work out good. You want to tan before you do it. Working out on stage in New York is like working out in the prison yard. Like you get a fucking broomstick with 2 cinder blocks and you're just doing work so you don't get raped in the shower. Like that's, and so I learned how to not get raped in the shower in LA, in New York, and then I learned how to tighten up the body a little bit in LA, and then I just went on the road, and I think the road, in my opinion, is more like New York than LA.
Well, the road. I think the road. Look, the road is. I love comics that don't want to do the road. I love comics that are like, dude, I've had people say, dude, I just want to become famous enough that I don't have to do the road. And it's like, well, you don't want to be a comic.
Yeah.
You want to be a comic, you're going to have to do the road.
Yeah.
Because being that fear of bombing, the fear of the middle or killing, or fucking stepping on some of your jokes, the fear of the guy going, the 2 guys in front of you going over, the fear of the people that are there not to see you. They're there because they gave them free tickets on a Thursday night because you didn't fucking sell out.
Yeah.
So they just gave a bunch of... All those fears and all those battles and all those things make you define what you are, what you'll accept, and what you won't accept, or it'll make you quit and crazy. Back to the full circle, back to being on the road, you're going to learn how to overcome. You're going to learn that it doesn't matter what the guy in front of you just talked about. It doesn't matter how funny he was. It doesn't matter what crowd it is or who's in front of you. If your shit is good, if you're pure in what you're about to say and why you're saying it, you think this is really funny. I think this is funny, and I wrote this, and this is the subject I want to talk about. This happened to me, and I want to talk about it. It doesn't matter if this comic or that comic thinks it's a great joke or a hack joke or blah blah blah. There's a difference between hack and a thief. It doesn't matter if you believe in it. You'll be funny. You'll be able to take that crowd right over from the guy in front of you, or whatever the fuck happened in front of you, or whatever. If they don't know you, you'll be able to go up there and people are gonna listen to you. If you can make people listen, that's to me the ultimate in comedy. When they not only do they walk away and go, "You're funny," they can actually tell you why you're funny. That joke you said about crying, I felt the same way. That joke you said about wanting to kill your wife. You know, I thought that. You're actually making people. That's when they were listening because they heard it, they took it home, they know your name, and they'll tell people about it. That to me is the ultimate. Being funny is awesome. When you're not up there trying to be funny, when you're up there just doing your shit that you set out to do without fear, is the ultimate in comedy to me. And you can only get that by going on the road and fucking going through those wars, like you went through with this weekend in Gotham. That shit, same shit.
It is the nature of the beast. So you kind of have to get used to it and figure out how it works with you, or get past it. Like I got to a point where I was like, where I used to sweat. Like if I saw a black dude in front of me on stage, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare because he's gonna go up, and then any racial jokes I do, anything that I cover,
your cell phone is gonna be missing when you get back to the green room. Right?
But then I just got to
a lot of worry.
Like it's a long fucking weekend.
Chick's gonna be fucking sucking some black cock back there while you're on stage.
So
the worst.
But I and now So, but
this is the reality of it. You shouldn't be afraid of anything. Comics, especially famous headliners, they all have these little things. Do this, and I don't want this, and I want that, and I have the same thing. I've never told the comic don't say that in front of me. But I've had guys say it to me, and I've seen guys say it to other people, and everybody, you have this fear of it has to be perfect or I'm not going to do well. And it's not. It's never going to be perfect. That's the beauty of comedy. You're always up there surviving. You're up there surviving. From the second you have to find your Q-tips, pack that stupid bag, and where's my nose hair trimmer, and holy fuck, I got to get a ride and get to the airport, get to the gate, get your bag, get in the fucking thing, get on the plane. Hopefully it takes off and you don't die. Land and don't die. Get there. The guy who's Robert, you went to the hotel.
You got to deal with the attitude of, so I've never heard of you, and you're like, oh, motherfucker.
All the nuances. And then you get to the club and fucking, is anybody coming? And then the fucking, who are you? Hi. okay? And do you mind if I sell? Fuck, I do. And you know, and it's all that shit. It's not just getting on stage. It's all the shit before it, and then getting the fuck home to your happy place, which is your fucking family and your house. It's a motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm fucking. Are you gonna ever have kids?
I'm trying right now, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying, but I don't know if I'm gonna have kids after fucking hearing you waking up every day. At 8
It's
o'clock.
great. It's great, but it's just it's like like I've been gone for like 20 days now
You
on the
haven't seen
road.
your kids in 20 days?
I flew them to West Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
To hang out with me because I was like, I'm gonna be